So there is 27-1, Algox scouting door 1. I've got a little bit of text to read, and then I'll show you the setup here. Dodging boulders on the side of a mountain wasn't quite how you imagined spending the morning, but you make it to the overlook without getting crushed. However, just before you pull yourself over the final ledge, a voice carries over the wind, stopping you. Foul ice pissers! It shouts in a deep, commanding cry. You're nothing but petty blasphemers twiddling in your caves. You make it over the ledge and see the owner of the voice pinned between two boulders. She's clearly an Algox, but she is dressed much differently from the brutes, who were just hurling boulders at you. Larger than her male opponents, she wears ornate battle garb that makes her as a prominent member of a different faction. Okay, she turns to you with snarling hatred, but softens when she realizes you're not friends of her enemies. Quickly then, warm bloods, help me fight these dirt lovers. Aid me, and I swear to aid you. Her hand, though pinned, glows in a crackling blue energy. Awesome. Okay, well, the special rules here, the Algox priest is an ally to you and an enemy to all other monsters. If the revealed enemies are dead, the Algox priest focuses on moving toward opening door 2. If the Algox priest dies, the scenario is lost. So we need to keep her alive while going through this room at least. I assume we need to just keep her alive. Then, of course, we go to 6-1. If 2 is opened, we're facing 2. They're all elites, which is a bit frustrating. 2 elite archers and an elite scout. And here is our friend. Oh, let's put a blue stand on her so that we know that she's an ally. I think that's a good idea, right? Right. Okay. Well, this means that she's going to be helping us and potentially be healing us, which is a huge thing. That's huge. Okay. So there's no guards. There's an archer with calculated strike. I don't think we'll be seeing much from them for a little bit then, because that's a -1 move. They only have a move of 2, so 1 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're not going to be seeing anything from them this round. But they go at 44. The archer, which is before us. And then the scout, I'm not looking forward to seeing what they do. Well, they're doing nothing special at 53. It's also before us, which is not very good. But they have this special ability here that this little icon I'm hoping you're going to be able to see is a new thing, a new negative status in Frosthaven, and it means impair. Cannot use items remove at the end of next turn. So it's not actually, that's not that bad. I mean, it means that we can't use like Amulet of Life or shoes or maybe like armors and things like that. So I assume it comes at the end. Yeah, so we'll have a turn. The following turn that we get hit, we're not allowed to use our gear. But our persistent bonuses, that there's nothing saying we can't use those. Okay, so we have one more movement point, and then they're going to attack at disadvantage at least. I can do that, but it's not close enough for drag down. So 1, 2, 3. This is an interesting attack, a really interesting attack. So, and that would have kept it from moving. Nothing special. Oh, that nothing special means he's going to be moving. He's got a ton of movement and then an attack of 4 for the elite, a 2 for for normals. That's 13 health. These are both 11 health. This is still a lot of health. And we're going to be seeing probably a lot of ranged attacks because he's got a sling in his hand. So, should I stand here instead so that this has to move all the way up in order to make an attack? And I think the answer to that is yes. Unfortunately, this means I'm not able to make this switch because I wasn't able to make this attack. If you don't use the ability, you can't use the attack or the switch. So that means I have to stay another turn and oh no. I should have thought of that a little bit differently, shouldn't I? I probably should have split them up. So I'm not going to be able to, I'm going to have to take another rest immediately as him. Huh. Yeah, that's exactly what that means. Okay. Well, this is going to be going now. The archers actually go now. Oh, the priest. Let's see what the priest does. Tend to the calm. That's awesome. Move and heal. Move +4. And that's going to go, let's see here. 23. That's before both of them. So it's actually going to be going ahead of us, I think. We're 23 and they're 23. So we would be going before them. And what? What am I looking for now? Oh, it's movement. And it has a movement of 2. So it's going to do something like this. Well, let's see what it does here. Germinate is done. Now it's the Algox priest. It's going to go 1, 2. Yep. And it's going to take that hit. Yep. And it's now going to tend to the clan, heal 3. And it has range on, let's see here. Yeah, that's range 3, heal 3. So we can heal him because he has the most amount of damage. Yep. And that is now, we're now full health across the board pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, that's huge. And then we'll be able to throw that back in. Okay. So here comes the, the archers go first. They get a -1. This one has to move back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So this one goes first. Honestly, which one does it go to? I'm going to just do random. I say like heads is the one that doesn't have, like this is the top and that's the bottom. So heads, it's going to go here and tails there. That's tails, so it goes there. That means this one does not move. That's why I didn't want to do it on my own because I would have chosen to go there. And I like to not do that. I don't want to benefit myself when it comes to the monsters. So it chooses to go there. For range 1, 2, 3, 4, they're all done. That's pretty helpful. And then it's the scout's turn. It's going to go to here, make an attack of +0. That's an attack of 4. 5. Yikes. 5 damage. -1 because it has a shield. There's no other, nope. So 5 -1 is 4 damage. I mean, it's not on us. Yeah, and it is normal. And it's number 1. So it has 3 more health left. If it dies, we're screwed. But it is going to do, normally it's going to be making ranged attacks. So in this case, it's going to back up. We do have to put that back into his deck. So maybe it's going to back up and do some fun stuff for us, like disarm, and that's what I'd like to see. Next is over here, Uller at full health. I'm so freaking happy about that. Wow. Do I go? Which one do I take? If I just go 2, 1, 2, and then I make it, I make an attack against it, I'd be at disadvantage, or maybe I can, nope, I'd have to move first. So I'd be at disadvantage if I'm standing next to it, but then it's muddled for next round. Or I go 3 and then use this, like go 1, 2, 3, and make an attack against him. A default attack, but it would be +2 because of crushing weight. I kind of like that idea, don't I? I mean, I can go 1 or 2, 2 or 3 hexes. If I go all the way out here, what's that really doing? I think I'll just do the 2, and now I'll make an attack. Well, I'd like to, maybe let's make some space for a summon to come through. So I'll move in the 3. I'm adjacent to exactly 1, so I can put it back. I'm going to put back the unbreakable because I feel like I'll be using that more. In precision aim, I'm just going to make an attack 2 +1, +2 from crushing weight. So that's an attack 4. Whew. 6 damage. Here we go. 6 damage onto number 6, Scout. That has a total health of 13, so we're almost halfway there. Then it is Vorder's turn, and then it's the end of the round. Yeah, you can't see, but I'll try and position this better for the next. But unless it's not that important. But I find it actually pretty nice to put on camera. Before I do anything, let's move the Wraith 2. That's 1, 2, that's underneath, as I said before. Not that important, but there it is. And then this one's going to go 1, 2. It doesn't get to move its second move point because it's pinned in there. And then I will use shambling, or life and death, summon a shambling skeleton. Here we go. Bringing in number 2. I have to take a couple damage for that. And I'm going to put that right there so that it doesn't block this one from moving in. This one will move to there, and then 2 will go in. So 2 has less or more health than number 1 does. And then I'll play this, grant one of your summons loot, and I might as well take the one that's furthest away. Maybe I get a chance to play this again. I doubt it, but I'll do it that way. Furthest away, that's some lumber, 2 lumber, which is pretty good because we have 3 players. Running out of space on her board. Okay, yeah, this is what her board looks like right now. 3 summons out at once, which is pretty fantastic. Only 1 card that is burned at the moment. This one I count as burned, but it's still active. It will die if it does die. Yeah, and we still have these warden robes that we still have not used, and Slayer, of course. Okay, well, oh, an exterminator, by the way. If it looks like this is the only priest, then we won't have to deal with any more priests, and we just have to kill a scout and a guard. And so that's kind of helpful. I'll take that. Okay. How many more times? That's it for round 8. Let's see. Okay, I'm feeling a little better about the situation. We've got 3 summons out, and we have an ally on the board. That ally, I hope, uh, gets to heal itself, or maybe I'll even potentially heal it. I do not want it to. If it heals itself, I guess that means it's going to stay right where it is, and I would much rather it move backwards and then make an attack. I would love to see a disarm from it, or curses, or blessings. Maybe it's going to bless us. Can they do that? I think they can. But I'm feeling better. The problem here is that we need to take another long rest with Uller. And yeah. And he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards left in his hand. Now, I've been doing really good about his crushing weight and unbreakable. I'm feeling really good about those. I'm not losing them, and I'm able to keep them both active. So I'm feeling really good about this. Is a third one a good thing to bring? Maybe not so quickly. The problem is that I've had to burn 3 cards, 2 of them for damage. That's bad. That's really bad. But full health, and half health here, but she's fine. I'm not too worried about her at all, actually. The other thing, we've had to do the same. We've burned a card for damage for Moonin, and then took a long rest. And I've screwed up, and now I have 1 turn here where, and then I have to take another rest after, because I can't switch to Moonin with the 2 ability cards that I have left. I regret playing that. But I also regret playing these 2 cards in the same round. That was kind of dumb of me. So if I knew, going back, maybe I shouldn't be playing both of these cards in the same round. But hindsight. Okay, well, yeah, that's it. Let's see. I'm feeling better, but it's definitely still a sticky situation to be in right now. If it wasn't for this and these summons, I think I would have just quit. But anyway, that's round 8. Let's go into round 9. Darkness has gone from waning to inert, and let's see how we can pick up the pieces here with a half health scout and 2 healthy archers back there. So I've got some bad news. I'm realizing that I was looking across and catching up on how much experience I have across the board, and look at that, 0. And I looked through all the cards that I have for all these 3 classes, and I realized something about experience. I'm not sure if it's all of Frosthaven or if it's just something about these classes. I want to just suggest that it's all of Frosthaven. Experience has been overhauled, it seems. It is extremely focused on the things that the classes should be doing, which is interesting. It's kind of forcing you to play a certain way. I don't know. I don't know if that's really the way that I should think of it, because if it is, I don't know how much I like it, but it does make me want to play in the way that they should be played. And I definitely don't like that idea. It's really forcing me. It's forcing me too much. Uh, the personal quest for Hugin and Moonin is life lessons. Gain 150 experience from ability cards. Well, the only way that they can gain experience is by burning cards or using that use the element that the other one puts out. So both of them bring light in very rarely, but you have to burn a card basically to bring anything in for them. And Hugin brings in fire. There's one example there, and burns ice. And it's the other way around for Moonin. Moonin brings in ice, but consumes fire. Both of them consume light, as far as I can tell. Yeah, they have this kind of ability too. Both of them have something similar to this, where um, at the end of your turn, you can consume anything to bring in fire or light, and in that way, you're helping both of yourselves with light, but you're only helping the other with fire. And of course, Moonin has the same card, the same ability here, but with ice and light. So, man, I'm kind of on the fence here on this even more. Like it's pushed me more towards the fence. For the Bone Shaper, she gets all of her experience from summoning, and then of course from some of like these burned cards, she'll gain some experience for that. So it seems that, and there's another one there, a burn ability that gives you experience. So she has 6 experience. So she's brought in the angry spirits or the wraith that gave her 2. The servant, the shambling skeleton, she's brought in 3 times, and then somehow she gained another one, and I can't remember. Oh, it was from a heal ability where she consumed darkness, and that gave her an experience. I was looking at the Drifter, and the Drifter only gains experience from his tracks. You cannot gain experience from performing any abilities so far. Of course, this is just level 1. Maybe it changes at higher levels, but so far, he can only gain experience from using these tracks. Uh, Interesting. And I'm doing pretty well with him. He has 7 experience already. So that's not so bad. But man, 150 experience from cards for Hugin and Moonin is going to be quite a task. They're going to be around for quite some time. I can't say anything about the other 3, but I do remember like going back to Gloomhaven. All of the burned abilities you would gain experience from, and that makes sense. I totally get that. Let me show Vile Assault doesn't even give Uller any experience at all. So you have to use your tracks in order for him to be gaining experience. Now, don't get me wrong, like I want to use his tracks, but what if I don't want to use his tracks? Maybe it's not the one for me. Okay, I get that too. But it gets rid of some flexibility. In Gloomhaven, there was so much flexibility on how you could play a lot of the classes and you would gain experience anyway. I'm not seeing that. And again, maybe it's just level 1 cards that have this kind of force. I don't want to say that it's a force, but it kind of is, for lack of a better term. It kind of is because in order to level them up at a faster rate, I need to be burning cards. I need to be playing them the way that Isaac says we must be playing them. So I don't know. I don't like it, but I understand the point. I just wish there was some more flexibility. Now, when we level up, there's going to be flexibility in the cards that we choose and the paths that we take, which is great, and of course the perks. But in one way, it makes sense, and in another way, I don't know how much I like being told how to play a game. So um, I get it. I understand the point of it. Like I don't hate it to the point where it's like this is a bad game. It's still a great game. I just don't like inflexibility of classes. Now, I think in like even in Gloomhaven, there are particular ways of playing these classes, but there's still flexibility in them. So all I'm saying for now is that I hope that I can find that flexibility and still gain experience at higher levels without being told by the designer how to play that particular class. Now, all respect for Isaac and his team. This is an amazing game so far, and I'm drooling at the future of this game. Do not get me wrong. I just like flexibility and randomness more than a slap on the wrist for playing incorrectly. So anyway, onto this. Little sorry for that tangent. I'm going early here with Hugin. Hugin is out there. I have to play these two cards, Flailing Tendrils at 12 and Hornbeetle Carapace. So I need some experience. Let's make Moonin hit harder. Let's make him more dangerous. It does say on the next 4 attacks, add +1 if you are Hugin, or +2 if you're Moonin. So we do get 4 attacks and then it's burned, but we'll gain a couple experience from it. And that way we'll be better off when we make attacks as Moonin. So when I play these 2 cards, we'll take a long rest next turn, and then we'll make a free switch to Moonin so that he can potentially make like 4 big attacks immediately. Okay, and we're just going to be using Flailing Tendrils for that move too. Okay, and I want to talk about masteries, but I keep forgetting. I want to do it either at the beginning or the end of a video, but I think in the next outpost phase I'll talk about them. And I like them, but again, it's a way of saying like this is the way you're supposed to play the class. And if you do, you're rewarded with a free perk. And if you don't, then you're, you get nothing. So it's like, I get it. I like it. It's a good addition to the game. I just don't like being told what to do. Don't do what they told you. Okay. For Vorder, malicious conversion at 26 for move 3. And let's do it. Shambling skeleton number 3. Let's bring it out there. She has 3 health. Let's drop her down to 1. And let's bring in another one, gaining some more experience. Now that I am seeing, but honestly, I think I really am liking her. I'm loving the fact that I'm not too scared of the I'm getting hurt mechanic from summoning in these shambling skeletons. I kind of enjoy that actually in a masochistic kind of way. Like you're being punished for playing her the correct way. But she has some pretty cool heal abilities that heal herself. So I'm not too worried about taking that damage, and she's not really in the way of any of this anyway. Unless he pulls like a attack 5, then I'm in some pretty big trouble. But the fact that I'm going to get them back and I'll be able to put them back out, let's put them all out, and when they die eventually, or I just pull them off, then fine. That's fine. I get to get some pretty good cards back. Move a pretty big move 4. I get to negate some uh, damage and some good ways of putting curses into their deck. So hey, taking a long rest with the Drifter, I've been playing him like, I don't know, aggressively in a bad way. I'm learning though. I'm learning from my mistakes. Let's see what they do now. I'm really excited about the priest, so let's see what they get first. Nothing special. I'll take it. That means it's going to back up and then make an attack at range. I like that. I want it to do that. So at 60, let's see here, 62. Then the archer is a shoot foot at 29. That does mean we're going to be getting hit, but it's all going to be focused on Uller with a -1, and he has a couple unbreakable. He has 1, 2, 3 more unbreakable slots there. So if we can take him out before his attack, that would be great. If not, then okay. The archer is at 29, which is after both of them. And then finally, the scout is hasty assault at -1 damage at number 40. So 40 right there. So germinate first. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do anything with him at this time, but let's at least move, and maybe because I'm going early, let's move up into the scout's face so we take a hit from the scout. And then we'll put the hornbeetle carapace out for some heavy damage from Moonin. We will have to take a long rest. That's a shame. I do have leather armor, which is going to be helpful for that incoming attack. And it looks like, I mean, honestly, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like he's going to be taking all of that damage now. So I don't know how much I like that idea either. How much movement did I have? It was just a move of 2. Man. Yeah, I don't want him to get hit by all of that, do I? The answer is no. I do not. So how do I make this better? What I'm hoping for, I don't want to stand here because I want these skeletons to come in, and they are about to. But it looks like shoot foot. It looks like 4 can't see him, so it will make an attack out there, and this one can at 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's a range of 5. So one and an attack from here, and this one will be attacking there. He's going to be taking a rest anyway, and then you're stuck where you are. Okay. Now, more importantly, I want to see some attacks from these guys. So before we play any of our cards for Vorder, number 1, or our first is the Wraith, so it'll move 1, 2. Then it is Shambling Servant with 2 damage. Number 1 can move 2, 1, 2, which is good because I'd rather it live for a little bit longer. And then number 2, little Draugr, will move up to here and make an attack of 2 plus 0. So that's 2 more damage onto the scout. So he's up to 6 damage now. Yep. So we are about halfway there. Then we're going to go 1, 2. Oh, this is getting a little... 3. Let's back up all the way. We have a movement of 3, and then we'll bring in Shambling Skeleton. Yep. So 2 more damage gone, 1 more experience. This gets put into running out of space for them here, and then that one I'll put right there. Look at that horde, a horde of Draugr coming for you. Bone Shaper is done. That means the Archer. So number 2 has range on 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. It does have range that corner, can meet a corner on that one for sure. So that's an attack of -1. It does not have to move with our leather armor. Now, when you are attacked, it doesn't say on your next attack. So has leather armor changed? Is this one of the ones that have changed? Can I use it now? Or can I keep it so that when we have a heavier attack against them, I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's use it now. A 0 or a 0. So that's a -1 attack. 4, make it 3 incoming damage. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is kind of my fear here now. That is kind of a scary thing. Number 4 will make an attack there. A -1, and then we'll use another one, which gives him another experience. That's another -1, so that's a 4, 3, 2 damage. And now they're all done. Archers are done. Hasty Assault for the Scout, and that's going against Moonin as well. Do not. Okay, it's a 0. They have an attack of 4, and he can't use his gear. So I have to pull one of these new tokens out here. This is, it's called Impair. And I can't use my gear, so I'm going to just put it on top of my gear for Hugin, sorry. Hugin is then, that's 4 minus 1 is 3. 1, 2, 3. Already down to 2 damage. It just took 6 damage this round. Is the assault done? And now it's the priest. So the priest, because it's so clustered up here, it's going to back up to here and then make an attack there at a range of 3. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. I need to pull out, I haven't done this yet, so I'm going to do this real quick. I need the ally monster attack ability, monster attack modifier. So I'm going to give this a quick shuffle. It has a little A on it. I like this because now it means that they get their own deck. They can bless themselves, and it doesn't put a blessing into like one of us, or we don't make a choice like, oh, you're going to attack from my deck because mine's stronger. So it has its own modifier deck, and I really do appreciate that. Gloomhaven Digital did the same thing. A lot of the Frosthaven and Jaws of the Lion like fixes on Gloomhaven were added to the digital Gloomhaven, and in some cases they were optional because you know, it was a fix that might have been, I don't know, controversial. I don't know. I think they did it optional so that you could continue playing the way Gloomhaven was first intended, and then they said, but hey, these are the new rules. We recommend you play at these new rules, but if you don't, it's okay. All right. A +1 is a good start. So that's 4 more damage. I don't know if you can we see that? No. I'll pull it in a little bit closer here. Probably gonna have to move it when we open up the next door anyway, but okay. Okay, so that's 0. He has an attack of 3. She has an attack of 3, make it 4. So on top of 6, we're now up to 10 damage. Let's put a 10 on there. I like seeing these ones on number 6. 10 damage, just 3 more to go. Certainly an easy task for my Draugr army, of course. Priest is done. Thanks for that nothing special. That was actually pretty special. And now a long rest for Uller. I'm dropping precision aim because I'm not going to be putting a third track. I can't afford it now. I would like to do a third track. Actually, one of his masteries is because I thought it made me laugh. And a scenario with your character tokens on the last slots of 4 persistent abilities. Wow, that's quite a task there. So we're getting back 5 cards. 5 cards. It's way too early in the game to have just 5. Well, he has 1 more card in his hand, so I'm not. But that means he's going to take 3 more turns and have to take another rest. And we're just going to be taking long rests with him. Sorry, right before. Oh no, he heals up too. Okay. I think we're good for that round. Yes, we are almost dead, and then we just have to deal with these 2 jerks back there. But we did have shoot foot. I don't think it's a major problem. I'm just going to put it there. He just lost it because he took that long rest, so it's already gone. But let's make sure we probably go as early as possible with Vorder, so that our horde can get in there and make some good damage against that and kill it, and then potentially, hopefully, kill it, and then the others can move on. That would be ideal. So, yeah. Let's see. End of round 9. Let's see what we can do in round 10. All right, so we're going to be going earliest with the Drifter. Uller at 23, draining arrows for a move 3. So 1, 2, 3 will be adjacent to 1 enemy. So we get to move one of our tokens back and then make an attack of 2, make it 4 against that one, and then move another one back. I'm probably going to move both of them back 1, both Unbreakable and Crushing Weight. Let's take a look over here real quick. At the moment, I only have 1 more, 2 more attacks of Crushing Weight, and 1, 2, 3 more blocks or shields from Unbreakable. So he's kind of in a position that we need to be a bit more careful about planning those when those are used, and continuing to bring them back. Luckily, I have 2 other cards that can bring them back, move the tokens. So, yeah, just got to keep going. And they're both attack cards, right? I think they're both attack cards. Yep. One's a ranged and one's a another one, a melee. So I just have to be careful now because I don't want to lose both of those going into the next door. I'd like to keep both of them a little bit longer. So that probably means he needs to take less hits from now on. We're doing a long rest with Hugin, and I'll be trading Moonin in for Hugin at that point for free because that's one of his things. When you take a long rest, where is it? You may also switch forms during long rests. There. Then at 30, Vorder, the Bone Shaper, Fell Remedy to heal herself 1, and then I'm hoping that's can happen. We can heal ourselves, heal 1, and Command the Wretched. I'll probably do this first to make sure that this is dead. This one should be dead at that point, and then I'm gonna send another one up, but I don't think I'll be able to make anybody get there. Is the problem? I'll just be able to get them closer. Is kind of my thought. Yeah. Okay. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how that works. So let's see what they're doing. Archers set trap. That's kind of a bummer. At 14, that's even more so of a bummer because that means a trap is going right there. Oh, for crying out loud! I will not catch a break, will I? Okay, set trap at 14. Like this, the AI in this game is ridiculous. They shouldn't be that smart. Then the scout is going to jump and loot. I don't think we really have to worry about that at all. He's probably going to be dead at 35, yeah. He can only loot his own token. There's no other loot tokens in there. And then the priest with an attack. Oh, he's going to be going early too, and attacking too, but I don't think so. Yeah, it could only move. Let's see, it can move 2 plus 1 would make it 3. So like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and it can't reach them. So we'll just make an attack against this first. So actually, it might be dead before, and then the horde can go. So let's see that angry hex in play. As I said before, it's not going to move at all. She's not going to move at all. So stay here, make an attack and curse at an attack of -1 with a +1. So that is an attack of, let's see, 3, 2, 3, and it has 10 damage, so it's dead. Unfortunately, we don't get to see that curse then. That was something that I learned in digital. I would have put the curse in there, but because it's dead, you can't curse a corpse, I guess. And it's probably the best way to think about that. Just like you can't poison the corpse. So priest is done. That guy is pulled off, which is a good thing for us because now we get to, well, we don't have an incoming attacks from it anymore, which is pretty sweet. This goes with the scout. Scout is removed. And we still have to deal with those traps. Okay. Okay, so now it is the archer's turn. They're going to attack at range 5 here. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to make an attack against Moonin with a -1. And a +1. My God, so like I have to discard 2 cards for them. Or actually, no. Okay, my bad here. My bad. Both of them are going to be attacking Uller because of initiative. I'm being stupid here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. They don't have to move to do that. So yes. So that's a +1. That's an attack of 4, 3, 4, and then 3 because of unbreakable. 1, 2, 3. He's at 7 damage now. The next one is a +1. Again, 1, 2, 3. And some more experience. So he's now pretty screwed here. That's pretty bad. And he has 4 health left. Okay. We're getting that point again here. And then they both put traps out. Let's see how they're going to do that. There's a trap like way over here. I'm just gonna grab that. No one's gonna go over there. The first one would go there, and then the second one would go there. Now we have to even contend with these traps, and the door, whoops, the door is right there. So we have to contend with these traps even. Fantastic. Okay, that's going to just slow us down. I guess we can go between, but someone's going to probably have to go around. Okay. Now it is Uller. Oh man, I'm just like, this is ridiculous. I feel like I should just take that trap out. Just go and hit that trap right now, because if I don't, but I feel like I need to. Move 3, stand next to 1. 1, 2, 3. There goes 3 damage onto me. I can't do this. I do have the Amulet of Life, so I'll have 2 health. And now we'll make, oh, and then we get to drop 1. I'll drop Unbreakable, and then Sustained Momentum for an attack of 2. Make it 4, and Experience. Oh my God. Dude, I hate you. I hate you. And I get to put 1 back again. I'm going to use Unbreakable to send that back again so that I can take 2 hits next round and use that. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay. Well, here they come. Before our cards for Vorder, we're going to see 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2. And now I can play my cards, heal, and then send up another 1. So I'm going to use this first and just move 2, 1, 2, so that 2 can at least get into that face in the next round. Unfortunately, you don't get to do anything. And then heal 2 or just move, because you're going to have to make a long rest next round. Let's move instead of healing 2, because I'm going to heal 2 for the long rest next round, and I don't need to be taking any more damage. Yeah, I don't need to be taking any more damage. Okay. That was Vorder. We're now getting rid of Flailing Tendrils for Hugin, and making a free switch to Moonin, and then we lose that that immobilized. Our gear comes back, and we also lose this. Does this stop us from getting our gear back? I don't think so. It just says cannot use items. Yeah, so that's not what that says. Okay, well, we gotta do a lot of damage. We have to do 22 damage in this next round. uh, at least we need to send in, or maybe get away with Uller, get him in a position where they attack those our shambling skeletons instead of him, because he has 2 health. So let's see. I think that was 10. So we'll see in 11. I guess after this, I won't know. Like we'll get to 12, and then I'm gonna stop counting um, rounds. It's not really important. I just like to say it. So let's see it. We're going 14 for Uller. This gives me the option, do I want to go with the top or the bottom? I'm probably going to heal, but if maybe I go with the top here, and then make a ranged attack to bring back our token. If I go the top here, then I guess I could move a little bit first, but I think I'd rather heal and then move a token back. So we'll see. 26 for Vorder. Oh, I took a short rest with her and I lost this one. That's unfortunate. I'd like to use both the top and the bottom like one more time probably. I had to take a long rest with her because sorry, a short rest. If I took a long rest with her, then these attacks would be going against him almost for sure. In this way, I'm going is like pretty early and being helpful. So there's that. We've got this for the initiative and some movement. And then the top of Eternal Torment, we can throw a curse in and then we can attack them. Bringing in darkness is important right now so that we can do a big heal in the coming round with Felt Remedy. I need that one with darkness it would be a heal of 4. If I could bring in Earth as well, then even better. We bring in Earth and Darkness with Malicious Conversion. Top ability, but I don't think that's going to be happening. Okay, that's... Oh, and then Moonin. I'm playing Selfless Offering at 27, not for the move 3, because I cannot switch. Hugin has 4 cards in his ability deck, or hand, and I can't afford to make that switch yet. Plus, I want to see some attacks from Moonin before I make that switch. So we'll be doing Scarab Flight, attack 2, only at 3 or 4, and then a push. Well, they've got that right behind them. So we'll go to here, and then 1, 2, 3 for both of them, and then push number 2 into its own or into the other guy's trap. Those will be attack 4s because of Hornbeetle Carapace from the last round. So we'll be increasing both of those attacks, or that area of effect attack, by 4. You have to do this per attack, not for the entire attack. Archer, come on, slow. 32. I can do it. That's perfect. That's slower than everybody else. And now that's close in. It's a heavier attack at shorter range. But we might be able to deal with that. Oh, that's just out here. Now the priest. The priest I would like to kind of heal a little bit. Divine energy. Oh, nice. He's gonna move less. That's not so nice, but at least back here, maybe I won't be in that space anymore though. Heal all allies at range 1, and then bless itself. Well, we can't choose what she does, but it might be helpful for her later. I would like to heal her, but the priest here, but I really need to focus on myself right now. I've got pretty heavy priorities on myself here. So I will make the heal 2 for Uller. That's 1, 2. And then a ranged attack 2 at 2, and we get to move a token back. I feel like I need to move back my unbreakable. Yeah. So here's the status now. Unbreakable, if I move back 1, is right there. If I don't do anything to crushing weight, it's on its last. So in this case, I'm going to kind of try and bring Unbreakable back quite a bit. And before making any more melee attacks, then I'll try to reduce that to -1. I really hate this guy. But that's against number 4, of course. I wanted to, put it on the guy that I had range, but not at disadvantage, number 4, right up there. Okay. Okay, man, I hate that guy. So Drifter done. We're up to Vorder. Before I do anything at all, here they come, my mass. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, make an attack. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's an attack of 2, plus 1 is 3. So 3 damage onto number 2. They both have 11 is their maximum health. And then number 3, we'll just put there. Okay. Now I get to do something here. My thought here, maybe I want to hang back so that our friend, I wish they told us a name. I guess we'll get a name. Maybe it's too hectic to say like nice to meet you right now. But divine energy, we'd be able to heal if it's in range 1, which is not very good. It only has a movement of 2, and divine energy reduces that further by 1. So it would do that. That's not very. Is it worth hanging back so that I can get 1 health? No. But is it worth, like, going up here might cluster things too. Hey, there's a loot thing right in front of me. I'm not going to talk anymore. This is worth not being healed 1. Let's get it. That wasn't worth it. All right. Then we'll use Eternal Torment to curse. There they are. So I'll shuffle that into their deck after this. And then grant an attack from grant one of your summons adjacent to that target of the curse ability. So 1, 2, 3, 4, we attack, or we curse there, and then number 2 is standing right next to it. Well, guess what? Didn't do anything. Bring in darkness. That's very important. That's the whole important thing. Next, at 27. Yep, 27 is, I guess it wouldn't matter. I had this, but That's at 32, but I was at 27. Selfless offering for the default move 2. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3. We're all in range 3 now of an attack 2, only at 3 or 4, and then push 1 with this line. So there it is. We'll push it back 1 so that it goes over that trap. You guys can't even see this back here, man. Some of these angles are the angle is difficult. It's difficult to find an angle because I want to show everything, but I also want you like I can't do that, right? And you don't know what you're looking at. So and then it's hard to see on a GoPro everything. I guess that's best angle I'm gonna get and getting in the initiative. Okay, first attack, let's do it on number 2. That's an attack of 2. Plus 2 is 4. Minus 1 is 3 onto number 2. And then it gets pushed into that trap for another 3 damage. It's at 11 damage. Son of a... Well, okay. And then the other one now, we're getting experience for that. That's our first experience. That's a +1, finally. So that's an attack of 2, plus 2 from Hornbeetle Carapace, plus 1, that's 5 damage onto number 4. And that one only has 1 damage at the moment. So now it's up to 6 damage. And then it gets pushed away. Which, okay, maybe that's not the best idea for my horde coming in, but maybe let me think about. I'm going to push you this way. So they're going to at least have 1 attack onto number 2. That means that 3 damage goes onto number 4 instead of 2. I really need to protect Uller. So Uller is going to be attacked by number 4 instead of 2 and 4. And then we can finally put our Warden's robes to use. I should put that curse in now for their current attack. The deck is pretty thin here. What's it going to be? Have I pulled anything for them and just forgot to shuffle? No. Okay. It is getting pretty thin. All right. So first, it will back up first and then make an attack of +2. Okay. Well, I'm glad I did it that way. I don't feel so bad about going back on that. That's on number 2. Number 2. 2 has full health at 3. They have an attack of 4. That's 5, 6. So once again, these Warden robes have done nothing. In both cases, these things have gotten destroyed where the Warden's robes have done nothing. So, all right, that goes back into my discard pile, which isn't terrible, right? That +2 is gone. That's a good thing. I like that. And, okay. So we only have 1 and 3 on the board now. And Uller has been saved. The next one is a -1. Oh, sorry, they even have a +1 here. So that was 4, 5, 6, 7. The Warden's robes would have reduced that by 2 to make it 5. It dies anyway. So we're not going to use the Warden's robes until it's going to save somebody. -1, so it's an attack of 4. 4, make it 3, because I would have died. I had 4 health. Unbreakable saved his life. Probably in more ways than one. I can't imagine. I'd like to see how much damage this guy took this scenario. Okay. He's at 1 health, 11 experience, just from those 2, Unbreakable and Crushing Weight. That's funny. Finally, divine energy is coming up. Is just going to move 1 to there, and then bless itself. So we'll pull a blessing. There it is. I will get that shuffled in. There's no more shuffling to be done. So yeah, that's it for this round. Let's see how we can. One has 6 damage, the other has 9 damage. That's not so bad. That means we need what, 5 and 2, so 7 more damage total for this round, which is absolutely doable. So we're keeping the same initiative order for this round. 27 for Uller, going as early as possible. Move 2 and heal. And I can't make that attack because if I do, I lose crushing weight. Now, honestly, is that a bad thing? Then I can just focus everything on Unbreakable going into the next round, and we're going to have we'll eventually bring in that other shambling skeleton, and maybe we'll see another horde. Well, not that that's not much of a horde, but the problem with this, of course, is that if I do it, then I'd rather not. So we're not going to make the attack unless it looks pretty disgusting. Then I'll consider it. Then 30 for Vorder with Fell Remedy. At 30, heal 2 plus 2, make it 4. We have to be in range 3, so I'd have to catch up to him. We'll use this 4, and we'll heal Vorder or Uller 4. That'll be a good start. And then at 36, I'm trying to go as early as I can. We only have these 2. Is Moonin. Moonin is going to make this attack, which means he has to switch and will move and heal a little bit. He only has 2 health, and if we have to go into some enemies' faces, I'd like to heal up a little bit more. So we'll heal. We'll make 1 more attack with Moonin, and then either wait until it's his turn again. It's her turn again for Hornbeetle Carapace, or just make the +1 attack with Hugin, probably in the next room. I think this round we should be killing both of them, and then we've got some moving to the door and then resting a little bit before we jump into that last room. We do have to kill what's in that room and destroy some ice sheet. I guess that's the ice wall that was written in the text. Yeah, it doesn't say in this, at least. In the text it said. So in the text it said something about an ice wall. You'll never break down our ice wall. So we have to take it down, on top of killing everything in that room. So yeah, okay, Archer. That's going to be tough, but it doesn't seem so far-fetched anymore. Freaking power shot, a +1. Okay, and then our friend back there, tend to the clan and attack. Excuse me, no, a heal 3. Thank you. That was very considerate. 23 for the priest goes first. And then 64 for the archer goes last. So Algox priest goes first. We'll go 1, 2, 3 with her. We can see her, right? There she is. And then a heal of 3. Well, who has the most damage? Everyone, we have 1 health for Uller, 2 health for Hugin and Moonin, and 1 health for for Vorder. So that's 9 damage for Uller. He's going to get 3 health back, which is very, very helpful. Thank you, madam. Maybe not much of a madam, but okay. Drifter. So we'll move 2 with this. Because it's going late, I'm just going to get out of the way. Let's go 1, 2 with him, and then heal 2 more. 1, 2. So now he's at 6 health. And I feel like I need to wait. So I'm not going to make this attack. Because they're going late, I'd like to keep crushing weight a little bit longer. In a future round, I could do something like continuous health and draining arrows, and that would bring something back twice or 2 back 1. So I'm going to wait for something like that. I could do that in 1 round, I'm saying. Then it goes to 30. Let's heal him even further. Or do I save this for somebody else with a movement of 4? Oh, before we do any of that, here they come. Move of 2, 1, 2. And then you get up into his face and make an attack of 2. That's just 2. That's fine with me. Number 4 takes 2 damage. Oh, which puts it to 11. Hell yes. Yeah, because I had 9, so now it is dead. Number 4 is gone. So that's awesome. And then number 3 will go out to there, and not another attack. Man, unfortunately, we're just not seeing Slayer happening. A move 4, and then a heal of 4. Where do we want to go for all of that? We could heal ourselves. We could heal Hugin and Moonin. We could heal. Let's heal Hugin and Moonin because Uller has to take a long rest. And so now they're both at 6 health. He's going to take a long rest, which doesn't waste that 2 health. Okay. And then she got some experience out of that. Oh, this was waning from last time. I just forgot to put it down. Okay. Oh, she's going to heal herself too. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So we'll use Harvest the Essence, move 2, and then heal self. Yep, we have to use that first. So now back to full health. That's great. And then we've got this attack coming up into Maya Brace. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. We can make that attack and then it pulls them in. Man, I should have thought of that. Well, then yeah, that's fine. I would be going too late with the other one with Vorder. So let's make that attack. That's an attack of 3 plus 2 from Hornbeetle Carapace. Look at that, guys. Look at that. So times 2, that was 5, 10 damage. We basically killed it in one fell swoop. Yeah, and then we got to make that switch. So I'll make that switch now. There they go. And they just killed an archer, but they've already killed an archer. I don't see Exterminator and Slayer being fulfilled, the battle goals being fulfilled this round, this scenario. Because that one, the scout died from the attack from our ally priest. So we weren't able to do that kill. And maybe if we see a scout and a guard in the next round or in the next room, then maybe we'll see it. So But for now, hey, killing enemies is the priority, right? Right. So no power shots coming in. Thank you for tending to the clan for us. That was very kind of you. That is the round. I don't know what round we're on, but yeah, that's it. We've got some rest and then some getting ready to go into the next room, probably some looting. Let's see that for next round. So we're going to be going 14 with Hugin, just the default 2, that's all. Is not going to do anything else, just going to go pick up some loot. And then we're going to go at 62 with Vorder there, and she's going to use move 2 and grant a summons move 2, and then transfer essence to strengthen Mugen for Hugin. Man, I am getting tired. Hugin for the next round because he's the one going in, and I'm hoping he's going to be able to make a turn, make an attack. Let's see, and that's it. We're taking a long rest with Uller, and the priest is calculated strike. It's just going to be a move. There's nothing else for her to do. So first, we'll make that move 2. Let's pick up that loot. And then that's it for his turn. We've got 2 more cards in his hand, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to make one of those attacks for that next round so that I'm able to make the switch to Moonin. So now, yep, up to Vorder. Vorder's going to do the, let's see here, let's move first. 1, 2. Okay, good. And then grant one of your summons to move 2. Well, they can't move. We can't force it to move where we want it to. It would say with you controlling the action. Instead, what I can do is say, hey, Wraith, move 2. Since there's no focus on me. So it moves 1. It's something. And then we can strengthen with transfer of essence 1, 2, 3. Hugin, and that is all. Yep. So a strengthen, that's pretty nice to see. And I'll put that, I'll put it with his cards for next round. Now calculated strike is a move -1. It already has a move of 2, so it just moves 1. She's staying with us for a little bit. And then the long rest, I'm getting rid of bloodletting because for this ability to work, to move a token back, I have to, 1, it has to be a melee attack, and I have to kill the enemy. So I'm just not going to do that. I'm just going to skip that or get rid of it. The bottom ability looks great with crushing weight. That would be an attack of 3 with wound, and then I get to make another top ability attack probably. But I foresee him needing to move in this room, so that brings back his Amulet of Life and Heal 2. Okay, that's it for this round. Next round, we need to open up this door, so I'm going to kind of clean up a little bit. And we'll open up this door and we'll see what's behind it with Hugin, who will be, I hope, making a switch into Moonin. I do have this move 4 with disarm and jump. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hornet stingers. So I'm hoping that I can get into position with something like that in that room. Yep. And then we can switch. Uller will be coming in and a long rest. Okay. Anyway, let's see what's next round. I was a little worried about how I was going to fit this in, but that looks pretty good. Okay. So we'll be going at 23 for both of us, Uller and Moonin, but Moonin's going, Hugin. Hugin is going first with 23 Hornet Stingers and Drag Down. Let's use this move 4, disarm 2. I hope that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get this far in and then disarm 2 at range 1. Man, that's like range 1 is unfortunate. We'll also get some experience out of that. And then hopefully we can use Hornet Stingers so that I'm able to make that attack, that I can make that switch. Even if I get to target 1, that's perfect. Okay. Then at 23 again, but a late 23, is Uller. In this case, I'm hoping that I can at least get one of them. A move 3 with draining arrows. If I'm adjacent to one enemy, then I get this in continuous health. Attack 2 at range 2. If I can get this, then I'll move 1 back as well. If I just get one of them, that's okay. I'm hoping I can get both. But 1, 2, 3, he's not getting too far in. Maybe I should go at 61, but I'm afraid of uh, uh, getting pummeled with Hugin and Moonin. So it is going to be, well, he could be disarming, potentially disarming 2. So maybe it's not so bad, and his attack is that. I'm just hoping that there's no enemies like way back here, and we have to get all the way in. Yeah, it is what it is when we get there. So I'm hoping that moving 3 with a range of 2 will be able to hit something. That's my biggest hope. And then a long rest for Vorder. So let's see what our ally is going to do. Angry Hex, that's a move of +1, which is pretty decent. We're not going to see anything because it's going first. So our priest is going to go right now. It's a move of 1. It's 2 + 1, 1, 2, 3. So it's moved all the way up. That's pretty good. That's its whole turn. Let's open up that door now with Moonin. With Hugin while burning a card. So move 4 at with jump even and a disarm. Let's see what's behind this door first.